piss bottles. If you ever lived in a van, did some stealth camping in the city, something like that, you need something to pee in. It's just how it is, you know. Even for me, if I'm camping somewhere middle of the night, it's a lot easier just to use a piss bottle. And this is what I recommend. Any cleaning, like, you know, detergent, what is this? Yeah, Clorox Arm Hammer. Why are these so good? Well, for one thing, it's like a stealth piss bottle, right? Somebody looks in your van and they see this, no big deal. They just think that you're doing your laundry from time to time, which is probably a good thing to put in their minds. But what's cool about them is once you pull the pour spout out, you got this nice wide opening. I mean, even the ladies could use this thing. The key to picking the correct one is this flange on the cap. So when you can look at it, you know that it's got an outside thread, not an internal thread, because the internal threads thread to the pouring spout. And once you take that out, you lose your threads and the cap won't screw back on. You just have to make sure you get one that has the threads on the outside of the container. That's it. I mean, the thing, when I watch other YouTube videos on van lifers and I see them using like a Nalgene bottle that's clear, you can see through, you can, if I see a clear bottle especially and there's yellow in it, I think you got your piss sitting right there in your van, man. Which is odd, because you'll see that sometimes in a video. You might catch it. Pour that thing out, man. Like if I'm going to use this thing at night in the middle of, sometimes I'll open the door and pour it out right then and there. Definitely the next morning. You got to clean these things out. But that's just, it's part of that life, you know. There was, I guess it was 2018. I drove across the country. It was February. It was 12 degrees outside. I got to my hometown in Jersey, and I went out to a bar because I was hoping I'd run into somebody. I mean, where I come from, you go home, you just go to a bar, you're going to run into somebody you know. People treat alcohol there like it's a medication, you know. Then I had a few beers, and I went and parked in front of my buddy's business to sleep it off. And it was too cold to go outside. I think it got down to 7 degrees that night. No insulation in the van. I had the cargo Astro van. And I'm just telling you this story because it was kind of funny. Because I kept getting up to, you know, have to go in the middle of the night many times because I drank like 5 beers or something. And I kept just opening up the driver door and pouring it out onto the ground. When I got up in the morning, there was just a pile of ice there from everything I've been dumping out all night. I just think that's funny. Also, the thing with this is, you know, it used to be if you were sleeping in a van, whether you're living in it or whatever, that wasn't exactly something that somebody of the opposite sex, or for some of you the same sex, but somebody that hopefully you might want to hook up, let's say, if they saw that was the end of it. That wasn't going to happen. But now it's like this chic thing, van life, especially if you have the fairy lights. You got it all done up with plastic plants that look real and flowy curtains or whatever, and your fairy lights, but it looks cool. People are living in the cities now in really nice vans. Well, if somebody comes in your van, you don't want to have some clear bottle with your piss in it. Right? Am I right? Am I right or am I right? So anyhow, it's just a tip. I'm doing this video because I'm just seeing too much of that. Why would you pee in a nice Nalgene bottle when you can get these for nothing? If you live in an apartment or something, or you look in somebody's recycle bin, you can get one of these for absolutely nothing. And clearly, the next time you got to buy some detergent, even if you got a family, and you're normally buying the big ones, buy one small one, use it up, and then clean it out, and boom, you got yourself a stealth piss bottle. The stealth piss bottle.